Welcome to another podcast with the current situation Manchester United. Finally, the Premier League season has reached its climax. It's closed, the curtains are closed, everything is through the window. Manchester United beat Wolverhampton by 2 goals to one. It wasn't, this is becoming a cliche. It wasn't the best of performances for Manchester United. And as expected, certain players that you didn't expect to start actually started. Daniel James, which I was very surprised again. I wanted certain players to play, but in terms of starting, I didn't want this dude to be nowhere near the starting. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer fell for him, so he gave the nigga a start. Um, Elanga, I think his name is. He played as well. Ahmad Diallo actually played, and a few other players actually played. So with that in mind, we got 3 points that we scraped through at Wolverhampton. Again, I'm forgetting their home stadium. Speaking of Wolverhampton, as I mentioned in my previous video, their manager, that is Nuno is leaving Wolves. So it's going to be surprising to see how Wolverhampton is going to progress and process that loss, because this is the nigga from Portugal that actually put Wolverhampton back on the Premier League map in 2018. He's the one that brought it back to the Premier League, and he has maintained you guys in Premier League. So it will be surprising to see how things are going to unfold from there. Now, back to Manchester United. Um, I didn't watch the first couple of minutes because I had a couple of things to do, and I'm having fun with the family. So yeah, tomorrow is Labor Day, and we're doing family stuff one day from Labor Day. Can you imagine that? But in terms of the game, again, it wasn't. I'm not going to make this video long, but in terms of how I see it, because I watched about 80 minutes of the game, we have defensive issues. We have defensive issues, and we have literally seen that against Wolverhampton. Now, Eric Bay is a tricky one, because in one breath we actually love the aggressiveness, the pace, him getting into tackles, type of Eric Bay. We love that type of player. But if you have too much sauce on your sandwich, you're going to mess up the sandwich. If you have too much sauce in your defensive capabilities, you're going to mess up the defense. Eric Bay, as rash as he is, there's a certain limitation that rashness needs to be unleashed, bro. It's because a few times you've been caught out, and because you're a strong dude, you haven't been exposed as you should be. But, you know, but the defense has to improve. Again, we need another centre back for next season. We need another centre back for next season. And we need to tighten up that defensive midfield position, because, like I told you guys, Matic is 2 whiskers away from being a retiree. So we need a player. So given that he's going to be a retiree, he's going to be a player that won't be starting, but he will be on the periphery most of the times next season. He won't be starting much games, because he might have the lengthy legs, but he don't have the legs to start and put in the shift on a regular basis. So we're going to have to look into a center defensive midfield to center around the midfield, so we can concede less goals, because we have been conceding goals a lot. Is me. And again, it goes back to what I've been saying a couple minutes ago. We need a defender number one, and a defensive midfielder just to lock tight, to padlock the midfield a bit. Because if you want to unleash your players like Danny Van de Beek, obviously Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes, there needs to be some modification. There needs to be some moderation in that midfield. Balance is key. You see me? So you can't have a flashy, 5-star, jewelry type of luxury type of midfield. You're going to need some dirt, a player that does the dirty work in the midfield. You see me? So we need to be looking into that in the summer. In terms of the attacking, again, Daniel James was poor. He got a couple chances. Amadialo was decent. He gave Daniel James a chance, but I don't know if Daniel James was trying to chip the goalkeeper or he was trying to place it at the far post, but that just went. That was just a abysmal shot. I think Leicester, don't quote me on it because I'm not the messenger. I'm just it's based on hearsay, but it's been said that Leicester City is actually interested in Daniel James. Please, Leicester City, please. I'm on bended knees. Please. Um yeah, Diallo was decent. Elanga, who got a few criticism. Actually, Elanga, he in the second game he's played, he's kind of developing a reputation. Not in a positive way, at least for the opposition, because when he's on the ball, my man's been he's been like Bambi on ice. He's been sliding and quote unquote diving a bit. Motherfucker. And this goes back to what I've been saying in a video I did last year, fall of 2020, last year, when I was talking about why Bruno Fernandes should be Manchester United's captain and why the game has gotten soft. That wasn't a penalty. It wasn't a penalty. It wasn't a penalty. Bro, if that is the face of football in terms of getting a penalty, then I can do away with football. I can do away with football. That is not a penalty. Football is a contact sport. Football is a contact sport. Now, I'm not saying that Donny van de Beek dived, although he might have, but in terms of the contact that was displayed on Donny, bro, that is not a penalty. That is not a penalty. The gods of football that played in the 1970s, 1960s will be frowning on that decision that was made by VAR, more specifically by Mike Dean. I think he was the one that refereed the game, or someone else like that Mike Dean, because that's a Mike Dean thing. But that's not again. You leave your thoughts on the game down below. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I want to hear if you guys. I'm listening to something. I want to hear if you guys think it's a penalty or it's a harsh challenge on Wolves' defense. Um, Not a penalty, bro. Again, that's not a penalty. That's not a penalty. But again, I want to hear what you guys have to say. Um, yeah, we got 3 points. This is our last game for this season that was played earlier today. Like I told you guys, I'll be doing a video for you guys where I'll be revisiting this season, going through the Premier League, our transfers we did this season, the Champions League, the Euro League, everything in totality. So I'll be covering the whole pizza. I won't be doing one pizza in one video, one pizza in one. No, I'm covering the whole pizza. Everybody has to feast and dine at the dinner table. So, but one thing that we need to do to keep Manchester United, strong and stable for next season, to be champions this season, because we were third last season, we came second this season. You know what's up next season? Hopefully. But we have to make the transition. And we have been on a transition for quite a while. And we don't want to be like Arsenal was been on a transition since 2004. Now, we have to do better than that. We have to win the Premier League next season. Manchester City lost their best striker and goal scorer for over 10 years. And they're looking to sign Harry Kane. Now, there's some persons that are saying, there's some outlets that saying that Martial has to be sold in order for Harry Kane to be told or given the green light to come to Manchester United. Daniel Levy is trying to levy that deal. He's trying to be like Proposition Joe. He's trying to build up that proposition. Cause hell, if Tottenham can get 150 mil quid off Harry Kane, man, he's going to sell Harry Kane just like that. My thing is this: if we sell Anthony Martial and we get Harry Kane, we have to go for the Premier League next season. We have a seasoned, ripe, sweet, prime striker in his prime. In terms of injuries, he's not the most fit striker. But even when he's not fit, he's bound to score goals. He's fit enough to score goals. Although he might not be fit enough overall or match-wise. You see me? So Kane, I think he scored today. And he got golden boot and he got an award that I wasn't aware of, the assist award, the playmaker award. Yeah, so I think he has 13 assists this season. Well, this season just finished. Last season, and approximately 23 goals last season that just finished. So this is a guy that is probably the best player in the Premier League. So we get in Harry Kane. There has to be some compromising in that deal. We can't just keep Anthony Martial and think we can get Kane, which would be beneficial for us. No, Kane, Tottenham, because Kane plays for Tottenham. Tottenham has to get them in at the deal as well. Is me? So it's not like we're going to bamboozle Tottenham into not only getting Kane but not giving him no player or no hefty money. Something has to be given up. But back to the highlights. So yeah, it wasn't the best of games. Um we move. The Premier League is finished. We have a long way to go. We have some players that needs to leave. Now go call on name. Some players just need to improve them game, so they can gain game time on the pitch because they can't get game time on the bench. And also there's some contention between the goalkeepers, some contention. So with that being said, hold on. With that being said, I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section down below. Leave your comment section on the game, the transfer that you believe that Manchester United need to make so that they can be on top once again. Another thing is, what is your thoughts on getting Harry Kane? Do we need Harry Kane, or Harry Kane is just a dime a dozen? We can't get a striker like Harry Kane. Which one is it? Comments down below and I'll show you guys in the next video podcast. I'm not sure when it will be, but definitely I'll be doing a preview for the Villarreal game that won against Real Madrid to beat them to the title. Not beat them to the title because they were not in the title race, but to give Atletico Madrid the title. So if you guys underestimating Villarreal, you guys need to wake up and smell the coffee. Is me. So Villarreal is a decent side. They're going to give us quite a challenge in the final. But it's Manchester United and we're up for it. I'll show you guys in the next video podcast. Peace.